Hey everyone, this is Athur, aspiring comic artist and mangaka, and I drew this. And by the end of this video, I can guarantee that you won't feel guilty about copying other artists, just like I did. So let's get started. So, first of all, I would like to clearly state that copying is necessary. Now, please overlook all the people who tell you that copying is bad, although they say it from a different perspective. You know, copyright and uh, plagiarism in this era are major crimes. So, to some sense, they're right, but I personally believe that in order to become a successful artist, you need to copy. Okay, you cannot just go there, sit on your chair, get a piece of paper, and think that you'll come up with a masterpiece. Mona Lisa was copied. Okay, Mona Lisa was a real person. It was a portrait. Okay, it wasn't out of imagination. Okay, so first of all, I would like to share my personal experience on copying because I was someone who copied a lot. Okay, in the beginning stages of when I started to take art more seriously, all I did was copying because the time I knew that if I sat down with a piece of paper, I don't know how to draw anything. Okay, I couldn't get proportions right even by copying. What would I even do out of imagination? I have no skill. So at that point, you need to drop your ego in some sense and start creating and use whatever resources are necessary for you. Professional artists use reference material to copy. Okay, so my personal experience on copying was I copied all the time. I would look up tutorials on YouTube and flush the art out as much as I can. Okay, and that has helped me a lot. Okay, even though you cannot share that stuff on Instagram directly because those pieces aren't yours. Okay, and at some point you have to accept that you aren't good enough. You it it isn't bad to copy. Okay, it you have to accept that you're not good enough, and there is honestly no point getting stuck in uh, just sitting down and just making nothing as an artist. Okay, next up, I would like to mention some misconceptions with copying. Okay, though I would clearly state that these aren't quite misconceptions, but to some sense they are right. But yeah, so copying, first of all, is a crime only when you post it on Instagram or any other social media platform and you don't give them the credit. If someone, okay, imagine the scenario. If someone were to take your piece of art and send it on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook without giving you credit, how bad will you feel, right? So they're correct in that sense that it isn't okay to post it anywhere online without giving proper credit. And you shouldn't, right? Why do you post it on Instagram if it isn't yours? Okay. Secondly, copying is necessary. You can't go there and start with nothing. You need a solid foundation before you can make your own pieces, before you can make original stuff. In this video, I copied Yusuke Murata's artwork, and honestly, I learned so much. Like, he's a professional artist, I am not, but when I try to get in his shoes, you observe the world with his perspective. That is such an incredible experience. That helps out a lot. Now, how can you benefit by copying? So, you can't just sit around and copy all day. All of your artist life can't be spent copying. I mean, there is no problem to that, but personally I don't feel a satisfaction unless I can create something of my own. And that is, I'm saying, after like 12 or 13 years of art experience. I've been drawing since I can remember. So the benefits of copying can be seen clearly in my art. Okay, now if I look at a reference, sit down, I can easily like make my own improvisations to the piece, because I've seen the world around me, I've copied stuff, and I've learned how to make, those complicated muscles in your arms or whatever, or the world around me. So copying is beneficial no matter how many people tell you that it is bad for you. Unless, however, I'm mentioning this over and over again, but it is important. If you post it on if you post it online without giving credit, it's not right. Okay? You should not do that. But copying is such a vital skill for an artist. It teaches you so much. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you so much for watching.